Welcome to the Bears on Tap Offensive Line Film Room, bringing you all 22 views and breakdowns on the Chicago Bears offensive line. Presented by Quentin Q. Crisco and the one and only Ron Luce.
And we are back. We are here to talk about the Chicago Bears offensive line. Most specifically, we are here to talk about this rookie third-round pick right here. Goes by the name of Kiran Amegadjie. We are grading his tape live this week. We are here to look through the tape. We're going to go through my typical grading system. Every week, I grade every Bears offensive lineman and put it all into my math machine, into my Excel file. Spits out grades, spits out the win rates, and I put it in an article, write it up over at ontapsportsnet.com, put it out. I have not graded Kiran's tape yet. So Ron and myself are going to sit here live on the air and grade it along with you guys. Now, you might ask, for grading it, what's the grading scale? So I just threw together a quick and dirty version of my grading scale. It's a plus, which is worth, I think it's 1.5 points, a plus, which is 3/4 of a point, 0 points, 0, just means the guy did his job, minus, which is just a poor rep, and minus, which is a bad rep. So to get a plus, you got to have a dominant rep, which means in pass blocking, you pancaked the guy, you had complete control over the rep. It was just you there was never a doubt on that rep. In run blocking, pancake the guy, you ran him out of bounds, you ran him off the way out of the play. You completely controlled the rep from start to finish. To get a plus means you were good, not dominant, but good. You had control constantly throughout the rep, not complete control. Like there might have been some questions in there, but like you got to the point where it's like, okay, he's got this guy locked down. Guy was never a threat in pass blocking. Never, no pressure was created, nothing like that. It allows for a little error and a nice recovery, but a bit limited there. But on a run block rep, to get you had to clear a run lane, have a good combo up to the second level. Maybe you're pulling out into space and you hit your block there. Like that's the type of stuff that generates a good run block for me. A 0, you did your job. Nothing flashy, nothing stands out really about it. You got to the space you were supposed to be in and you got in the way. Simple as that. I'd say probably half the grades I give out in these reps are 0s. But then poor to get a minus. If a guy trips on a rep, it might not be his fault. I always give him a minus. Because 1 minus is not going to tank someone's grade if they got unlucky. But I'll tell you, Ron, there are guys who just get really unlucky out there. Some guys trip a lot and some guys don't. Mm-hmm. And it needs to be reflected. So if you get tripped, I'm giving you a minus. You allow some light pressure, giving you a minus. This is where Braxton Jones kind of lives when we're talking about his anchor.
Just straight up poor grade.
These light minuses are like, it's where his grades are constantly at for me because it's like that is pressure. He stayed in front of the guy, but he's also impacting the drop back zone. And then as a run blocker to get a minus or a poor grade, trip, you might lose your grip when your guy makes a play. You didn't get up to the second level in time to get your guy. You took a poor angle to the second level. You were pulling out in space, but just whiffed. You might have missed your guy. You might have taken a bad angle to the guy, stuff like that. And then to get a minus, a bad grade in pass pro, you allow a sack in a bad manner. Like if you allow a sack, it might still be a poor if the quarterback held the ball too long, if they're, or if you did battle, but it just like sacks do just happen sometimes. Like that might be a poor. I want to say there have been a few occasions where a guy allowed a sack and I gave him a 0, but like those are very rare. But to get a bad, maybe you got flattened. We've seen that with Coleman Shelton here and there. Maybe there's effort issues. If like with Nate Davis, we saw some of those where it's just like, what the hell are you doing? Ripping your hair out moments.
What are you waving at?
Yeah. And then in run blocking to get a bad grade, flattened. You might have missed your primary block, just missed it, not knowing where you were going, or just actually took a really bad angle to it and it blew up the play. You hate to make these results based. I try to grade these on process more than results, because when you're grading results, it's just it doesn't feel predictive, right? Results are not exact, and you want to grade the process of what brought you to that result. And again, effort issues can be why you get a bad grade here. But
Definitely.
with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tape. We've got every rep here from Amegadjie, at least when Caleb was in there. I don't think I got the ones from when Bajan was in there. But again, we are watching the left tackle right here in between Teven Jenkins and Mercedes Lewis on this first rep. And let's see how he looks on this first one.
They got him pulling.
Yeah, pulling out to the left there. How did Teven end up on the ground?
Because I think he tripped.
Yep, Amegadjie tripped him.
Yeah, and that's why Amegadjie lets that guy go, because that's supposed to be Tev's guy. Amegadjie looks like he's coming up for 44 is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I respect him giving a hit though on the body. And he eventually gets to 44. I don't know.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I'm in between a
poor and a fine.
If I'm gonna, this is something that I guess I didn't touch on well enough in the grading system. If I'm knocking a guy for getting tripped, I'm also knocking the guy who did the tripping.
Fair.
In this instance, so I'm giving him a poor for tripping Tev.
Yeah, because he's like up on his ass, and it's just like you said, we're grading the process, right? I still think I would live in the same world there with you. I think a poor is a fair assessment of this rep.
All right, second one, we got him all alone out there on the left side. Pass play. Ooh, big old number 90. Is that John Bullard coming in?
Sure is. That sure is. Fine.
Yeah, that's a fine to me. It's hard to give anything but fine, realistically, when the ball is out in under 2 seconds. That ball is out of his hand. Like, he didn't get blown up. You know, he did his job.
Yeah, he did his job. And I think the process was fine. I liked his kick step. I liked his punch. I think he obviously can get better at his anchor, but process, I like the process.
Yeah.
Kept the shoulders square. Makes me so happy. It's a fine. I think it's a fine rep. Like it's not a bad rep. You got the job done.
Yeah. Sometimes in draft film, especially, I will go on kicks where I'm like, oh, I know that ball was out fast, but that technique was so nice. And it's like I need to be like slap myself and be like, no, that was just a fine. It was
grade.
2 seconds.
Yeah. No, agreed. I think it was fine.
And Ron, would you mind keeping an eye on the comments for me, so I just to make sure I'm not I between juggling the player and the
I got you.
Marker,
Bad equals Borum, and from contact to anchor, how far was he pushed? Was I think the question in the last one. It looked like it was about maybe 1.5 yards there, Scott, before the ball came out. But I like what Scott says here. If you get pushed 4 yards, even the ball's out quick, like that's borderline poor. I would argue that's borderline bad.
Yeah. No, I like if you're getting pushed that fast before the ball's out here. Yeah, but like it's just that doesn't really happen.
He got walked like 2 yards. I think it's still fine. But good commentary, Scott. I agree. I think that's well put.
And I know we've touched on this some in past shows, but like there's also some stuff where like, you know, it's a one read hitter.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to get a holding call on that. You know, you're just saying, my job is to stay in front. That ball's out. Like, I'm not going to be chewed out for getting a hold here. I'm just going to get pushed back a little. Yeah. And that's my job is done.
Just get in the way.
Yeah. That looks fine to me. I mean, I can't knock him for not realizing Caleb was scrambling right behind him.
like his process.
Yeah. What are you seeing?
I like the process here because as you roll it back, I mean, this is just good heads up awareness because again, the Vikings like to do a bunch of weird shit. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got essentially Shelton's all on an island, and then you've got 2 and 2. But here, Kiran still has to respect the outside guy, as does Darnell in this case. They're really wide. Greenard's really wide, and Van Ginkel's almost out of the screen. So you have to beg, okay, are they coming from that wide, or are they dropping?
Or is this guy in there?
Yeah, or is
44
going to get involved in the blitz? So there's a lot of read and react on this play. And kind of as you roll it, again, I'm a sucker for a guy who knows how to keep his shoulders square and keep his eyes up because there's so few NFL guys that actually do that. So he kicks, he sees that Greenard's not coming, bang, gets in on the inside of 91, and then he's got him.
Control at 91.
Right, that's what I mean. He's got him. And Tev is able to let go and kind of start to, give an eye if 44 is going to come, and then you see 44 come delayed.
Yeah.
So Tev's able to get off. I mean, he's largely got him controlled. Like you said, it's not. I wouldn't really blame him a whole lot for not knowing that Caleb is on his ass because linemen don't have a set of eyes in the back of their head. It's a shame that
I'm okay pushing this up to good.
I would honestly give this a good rep. I know that's probably what people don't want to hear, but I would give this a good rep.
And there
again, I like you said,
there will be plenty of moments in the show where I say, that's fine, but I want to see it again. And then I'm going to watch it 3 more times and go, okay, no, that's good, or that's poor, or that's, it takes some reps here to make sure you're getting it right.
Definitely. And like I said, I mean, the more I watch it, I think that's a good rep. I really do. He's got him controlled. Again, he has no idea that Caleb's right there. And even then, he's able to kind of keep coming with him, finishes him into the pile of shit.
I want to see it full speed because the one thing on my initial watch that I was wondering was right about here, how much is 9-1 just reading Caleb?
I think that's some of it. I will admit that. I think that's some of it to an extent, but I also think part of the reason is because he gets locked down by the left side line, at least at the initial snap.
Yeah. He reverts to contain because he got locked down.
Right.
I'm okay with giving this good.
I for sake of knowing what's coming, I will give this a good for Kiran.
No,
you got to give him.
Can't do it that way, Ron.
I know. But again, like you said, right? We're not necessarily grading on the result. It was a sack.
Mm-hmm.
We're grading on the process. I liked his process on that.
Yeah. Now on this one, let's see. We got Mercedes Lewis back in there flanking him, and let's see what we're working with here. So
he's trying to hook
99,
right?
Yeah, I mean he's got Mercedes Lewis giving him the angle here. So he can get his hips down in there. Which a good Mercedes Lewis does it. He's starting to get that foot under, crosses his feet.
And then he just starts getting
off balance. Yeah. He just couldn't take control of the block.
He's also laid off the ball.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, that silent count, I think everyone is for the most part a little, especially the tackles. I mean,
I would even argue that there's a little bit of delay, but it feels like when you watch it full speed that he's a half second later than everybody to get out of his stance because his hand starts to come up.
Yeah, it looks like his step isn't horizontal enough to me.
No,
he's a little hesitant to get into that step.
In fact, his step there almost looks like he takes a step back. and it almost is more of a down block than it is him bucket stepping to the outside and trying to get that angle.
That's definitely a step back.
Mm-hmm. Gets a thumbs
Which,
down.
I mean,
I'll call it poor.
Yeah, you lose ground to gain ground, but
yeah, but you can still gain ground horizontally by losing ground vertically. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's more of a combo block thing, and this isn't really a combo block. It's more you're trying to pin it down.
Yeah. You're double teaming a guy. Absolutely, you can give the gain a little bit, but
all right. Let's see what we got on this one. Looks like a run play. Gets across 97.
Where are you going, buddy?
Runs him up. I think that's fine. I mean,
That's
backside zone runs they tend to usually be fine.
Unless the guy's like just totally dominates them and beats them across the face. Yeah, it's fine.
Because even for the defender, a lot of times those are kind of rest plays.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. As a former defensive lineman myself at one point in my career, oh yeah. The ball's away from you. That's a rest play.
We had an outside run to DJ here.
Go
nice
DJ.
Job from Lewis.
Yeah, Mercedes had a couple of nice blocks already early on here.
So we see him get out of space. Think about Rome's got it locked down.
Homer makes a nice block.
Yeah, can't really get to 24, but I also don't know that I can really blame him on that.
Yeah, but I also don't know who he is responsible for here. Is he really responsible?
If he knows who he's responsible for.
I mean,
on this, let's see. He's probably responsible. I mean, Tev's probably got 5-1. Or I mean, Shelton's probably got 5-1.
Yeah. 100%. You can see Shelton's eyeballs.
And yeah, I mean, I guess he's going up to 2-4 or 2-2. Like those have
That's a good block by Rome, actually. I know this is an old line to show, but I'm gonna goodbye by Homer too. I'm gonna give credit where it's due. I like when the little guys get good blocks. Yeah, I give it a. I don't know what. I'm teetering on a poor. I'm teetering on a poor to fine, but I'm okay with a fine.
Yeah, why are you leaning on poor?
I don't like his angle.
Okay.
Of pursuit. I don't love it. I don't hate it. And I mean, he does a nice job getting outside of Van Ginkel here because it's really hard to pull when you got a guy coming upfield like that. And it's just effectively a horizontal block, like a completely horizontal block.
I think it looks like he's eyeing 24, like Scott said in the comments. And then he almost loses sight of where Rome is here and has to kind of dodge it.
Yeah.
I think this is fine. Like I have a hard time knocking a guy for not reaching his pole on a safety 20 yards from the football.
No, that's
kind of my logic on it. Like I'm not going to knock the guy for it, but I'm not going to praise him for it either, kind of thing.
No, yeah, definitely not going to praise him for it. Yeah, I guess it's fine. You're far kinder than I am.
All right, so here we go. We got him with 61.
Yeah, Scott with a nice comment here. He says fine if the running back runs behind him. Well, if DJ Moore runs behind him.
Yeah, that's kind of where with those deep pulls, it's like what the runner does impacts every angle too.
Oh, sure. That's why, like with outside zone, like we've talked about before, Q, like zone plays a lot of it is the running back setting up your lineman with your eyes. Like that's a lot of what it is. Linemen have a concept that they need to, go for and achieve on that play. And then whatever the results are the results. And a lot of those results can be set up by a good running back who knows how to run the football.
Yeah. Right here. I wish that he's laid off the ball a little late with his hands. I wish he got into 6-1 a little quicker. Kind of let 6-1 get into that gap.
There we go. Prince Alexander saying he needs to get way stronger and quicker. The bend is bad too. Yeah. Can't argue that. He's raw.
Yeah, very raw. This is poor to me.
I agree.
I mean, poor, probably bordering on bad, but like,
I would border on bad. I'll give him poor. Just he gets a piece of him.
Yeah. but it works out.
It's nice when those work out.
Let's see right here. So he's got the combo on 90, working up to 22 maybe. It never really works up anywhere, but man, is that Mercedes Lewis control on this block?
Yeah.
I mean, Kiran ain't doing a lot here. He's got the hand in the right spot, but
yeah. Still don't love his process. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
his hand's all the way up on the shoulder.
Like part of me wonders if he's responsible for Smith, and then Teven Shelton are responsible for 51. That's how I would read this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That Teven Smith stack was wrong screen. Up to 5-1 here.
Yeah,
and these two are working up to here.
Out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, first level first, they take care of Bullard. I mean, it's not the worst run block.
Interesting decision. Like it's ticky-tack, but the hand from the hip up to the shoulder pad here is just kind of odd. But, I mean, I'm not going to knock a guy's grade on that too much, but and they never really get up to the stack, but I mean, that's generally fine to me, I think.
Yeah. I agree here. Scott says the guard didn't seal the hole for him to come off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guard didn't seal the hole, and also, like, that's not his responsibility. Again, this is the type of situation where, at least again in my playing day, like this is the king of the pin and pull right here. Where Matt Pryor's down on 99, Darnell Wright pulls around for 44.
Which was, I mean, if we want to go off on a rabbit hole, this one upset me when I was grading Wright and Pryor. It was Pryor whiffs his punch.
Yeah.
9-9 gets over. Darnell is a little slow to begin with, and the combo of two pours results in a bad.
Yep.
But we'll give Kiran a fine on that.
Just
ultimately, he did his job at the first level.
Yeah, first level first.
Ooh, what is this screen?
That's what it looks like.
Ooh, where are you going, Kiran? Where are you going?
Yeah, I don't know if I can fault him for that though, because usually the first guy coming off like that is usually the inside guy's responsibility.
Yeah.
Well, actually, bullshit. That's not true. The lovely and normal, it depends. It really does depend. I mean, the problem here though is just like the Vikings run so much weird shit, like Jonathan Greenard essentially being like a hybrid linebacker in this situation is odd, right?
Yeah.
It's a good initial punch.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets
on the
91
ground.
on the ground. I mean, that's
he slides. Look at that slide on that turf.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice cut on the top of your kneecap when it's all said and done.
But I mean, I would think that the way that they've drawn this up for Braxton most of the year was Braxton was the pivot guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Braxton needs to sneak across 5'8" and just
get in front
plug him up. And it looks like Kiran's hesitation right there is like, okay, I should have done that. I forgot to. Should I keep going or should I stop?
Yeah. And then Tev's trying to make up for his miss.
Yeah. Which Tev does.
Yeah, Rome turns shit into sunshine here as well.
Yeah.
For some kind of positive play. I think because of a missed assignment, I would call this poor.
Yeah.
That's where I agree with you. And even in that case, like if Kiran feels like he's like, oh well, I can't get around and make a good block on him, dude, become a basketball player. Box him out.
Yeah.
Just get in the way. And he would have absolutely gotten a fine on this.
Stop.
Literally, just stop. Just stop your big ass right there.
Yeah, he has no path except for through you if you.
Because even if he gets around you, he has to go behind you.
Yeah.
And that's what you would rather a guy have than coming across the top of you or coming completely lateral down the line of scrimmage like that. I'd give it a poor because of the missed assignment.
Yeah. And I grade these as run plays.
Screen
This
game is the
not pass
extension of the run
blocking to
game.
me. Yeah.
Screen game is the extension of the run game.
Okay, let's see what we got on this next one.
Yeah,
here.
Scott says bad on initial assignment, then good for moving to the corner. Yeah, I mean, at least he doesn't just sit there and make a mental mistake. At least he makes an aggressive mistake. But yeah, that's just a mistake.
Well, you have to bear with me for a minute. My video editor just froze on me.
Oh, we love that. We love when tech doesn't work.
It's the first time this has happened.
It's true. We've actually had some very clean shows so far this year.
102.21. Okay, I'm just gonna hard reset it, and we'll see if that fixes it.
Do 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 do.
What that is. All right, let's see. We are back.
So you're back from outer space.
So again, it looks like 9-1 is kind of just reading the play there.
I was gonna say this felt like deja vu.
Yeah, but with less of a move. I felt like 9-1 didn't even really try to put a move on him here.
No, I think his entire purpose is to contain, because 52 does the same thing to right, and then they're just trying to play games with the two guys in the middle, and they get there. And boy, do they get there. Meow.
So, like, I mean, this is one where someone might say, hey, he held him at the line of scrimmage for 4 seconds. That's a fine to me. Like, I mean, that he didn't do anything. Like, he just held the guy up who was reading the quarterback. Like, that's just a fine.
Yeah. Agreed. Fine. Keep it moving.
All right. What do we got going on right here? Run play. Going up to 5-1. Should have gotten a hand on 9-1 at least, right?
I don't know. So this is what I'm gathering out of this. That this is read option.
Yeah.
And 91 is the read man. Because Cole Kmet is pulling for 52. Or sorry, 58, which is green.
58.
Yeah, which is Greenard. So Cole Kmet's pulling for Greenard straight down the line of scrimmage. 91 is very clearly the read guy. And then,
okay.
Kiran's up to 51.
Let's see. And he cut off 51 fine. I mean, to me, with that being the case, that he did his job. Like,
he did.
I don't think he did an excellent, like, there's nothing here that makes me say, yeah, that's good. It's just, he did his job.
And you're also taught too, like, as a lineman on an RPO like this, like, you're blocking for the run play. You're not blocking for the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if he was,
misdirection.
It's awful hard not to get a hold if he is grabbing onto the guy's arm right there. You know, like, that's
right.
You just got to let him go when you're cutting off on the backside like that.
Oh, agreed. No, I think he did a good job, because if he's blocking for the DeAndre Swift run, he does exactly what he needs to do. Get his butt in the hole, keep 51 to the outside. He does his job, because if 91 stays with Caleb, it's a handoff to Swift, and Swift is right off of his ass. Yeah. So I agree. I think it's a fine rep.
Yeah. Harrison Smith was on him like white on rice, though. All right, now you got Greenard speed rushing here.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
It's
all bad. Everything's bad. I don't even need to rewatch this one more than once. It's bad.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah, that's the screen clip right there.
I believe I can touch the sky.
So what went wrong here, Ron?
Everything. No. Man, you know what? I hate that 91 is where he is, because I want to see his initial kick, and you can't see his initial kick. But I can tell you right now, the kick is not deep enough. And I respect that, but like if you're going to keep taking that path, you got to pick. So as a tackle, if you know you got a speed guy out there, you have to do one of two things. You either have to flat set him and get there quickly and stop him, impede his progress, or you have to vertical set, but you got to go. Here, he almost kind of like wide sets him, like he's going to try to cut him off and then tries to get deep. And that's a big no-no because then you're trying to change direction and it doesn't work. And then you see as he tries to make up ground, and then he just can't get
the lunging. Yeah, that's the moment he realizes I made a mistake.
It's at this moment he fucked up.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, and then Greener just beats him.
Yeah,
just
there's no recovery.
Again, I think if he vertical sets him. If he vertical sets him from the start and has a better initial kick step, I think he gets there because he's got that crazy long reach, man.
Yeah. If he takes that deeper step more high up, and then it might allow him the inside move, but then like you need to recover on that.
Sure, but it's a lot easier. In my opinion, it's a lot easier as a lineman to recover on the inside than it is a guy going around you to the outside.
Yeah. Because
you can just hunker down and put your body weight in front of him then. And then he's also got to stop and, change direction. And that's a half a second, Yeah.
Watch 20 here, though.
Yeah. Good on Travis Homer. Because he's a special teams ace.
Special team skills, man.
Coming back and literally keeping this from being a touchdown.
Nice pop.
Good for you, Travis Homer.
All right, next one here. Gets up on 99, runs him up.
Stays in front of him.
That was a nice little finishing push he had there.
Yeah. I think it's a fine play.
Yeah. Oh, wait, let's see. Oh, I thought he was going to full on finish him. I was like, if he
got him there and just
come into him and just bury him here at the end, that goes up to good for me. Just because setting the tone, I give points for setting the tone.
No, yeah, you got to be nasty. I agree. I'd give points for being nasty.
So that one was fine, bordering on good, but fine.
Scott says he thinks that he was tricked by the previous plays when the outside guy didn't come.
I could buy that.
I could buy that as well. I think that's certainly plausible. But again, I think we've learned with the Flores, scheme, right? You can't just assume or guess. Ross here saying Bears on tap to Buffalo in 2025. Yes or yes. I would love to go to a Buffalo tailgate.
It's on my bucket list to go to a game up at Orchard Park.
I jump through a table.
As long as it's not on fire, I might. And then I'm going
honestly, even if it's on fire,
on my back.
Even if it's on fire, I might jump through it. I just fell down some bleachers tonight, so I'm ready. I'm good. Just made sure I can't break any bones from a casual fall.
All right, so
yeah,
gotta control he's got the full man here. Gotta control the man.
Yeah,
like Tev gave you the opportunity to get your position, but he's got places to be, people to block. Like
he is
can't
just
be there for you the whole time.
Yeah, he's just not. Kiran is just not good right now at getting hip to hip on a combo.
Yeah.
And that's what I think really is a detriment to him. Because if he can get hip to hip with Tev and then Tev leaves, all he's got to do is head adjust.
Right, yeah.
And he's in the right position then. Otherwise, he's working against himself. Now, granted, Phillips is a big old tank boy back down there.
Instead of all this space right here.
All that space in those trenches. Yeah, I would give this a poor, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not bad, but it's not good either, or fine for that matter.
Yeah, that's a poor.
What's up?
He wasn't in control of the, if we go back to the rules here, lost grip. He lost the grip on that. Like, wasn't because of his grip, but your grip is often not about how strong your literal grip is. Okay, let 9-9 through. Oof. Yeah, that. I'd like to see him get more 9-9 there. He really put that play at risk. Like, I know he's supposed to take him upfield, but he didn't. He barely threw his hand, like, just got a hand at him. 9-9 almost gets through to Swift in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. Because even at the beginning of the play, like, even if you know that's your guy and you're expecting him to come across your face, like, if he doesn't come, you got to get him. Not just like watch him get hip to hip with you and then decide to do something.
It looks like he's worried about covering for helping Shelton because Tev's pulling. He's worried about occupying that space so Harrison Smith can't bulldoze. Or Harrison Phillips can't bulldoze, not Harrison Smith.
And if that's the case, if he's trying to kind of, we used to call it swing the gate, that's not a good swing the gate rep either. Though.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, you got to get back fast. Like it's almost like you're covering somebody in basketball. It's boom, boom, okay, boom, and then get out there.
Yeah.
It's slam it back and then go. Here he just like, oh shit. I'd honestly argue it's a bad.
Yeah, I'm going bad. I'm thinking bad on this because I'm thinking if he does this 10 times, how many times is Swift getting caught in the backfield? Probably half at least, which tells me it's got to be bad. All right, next one. Let's see. Up against 9-9 again. Another run play. Shows some nice pop right. Or actually, that pop might have been Shelton. Let's see.
Yeah, that pops Shelton because he gets him in the hip in the ribs. Bang.
Dude, Shelton was playing with some serious pop in this game. Like he got trucked a handful of times, but like his grade is one of the most bizarre grades I've had all year. Where like he was just fighting motherfuckers.
Good. Things we love to see.
He was getting wrecked and wrecking people and like no in between.
Just straight up Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
But including in the Wreck-It is the Wreck-It himself.
Yeah. I'm leaning fine on this. I mean, he's there. He's in position. Shelton does the heavy damage here, but Kiran's where he needs to be.
Yeah. Scott with an earlier question, he says, was the tight end supposed to take him and then he tried to come back and help? I believe this is in regard to the swing the gate play. Usually on the swing the gate plays, the tight end is not responsible for that guy. If a guy's pulling, it's usually on the center and on the tackle to kind of create a wall.
So is he talking 84, you think?
Yeah, I think he's asking if Lewis
needs to
if Lewis is responsible here. I don't think he is because you see where his eyes go.
You're trying to drive 9-9 upfield. You just don't want him to enter that run lane that easily.
No, yeah. I think if there's a better process there, this would have been a fine rep from Amegadjie, but the fact that he really doesn't swing it back, like you'll see it here, right? I mean, it's kind of a half-assed one step to come back. Like he needs to get his feet moving, man. Like that's
here. He stops on that foot instead of if he takes another step and keeps driving forward, he's going to push him out of the picture. Even though it was poor process to start, like he would still probably save it from being a bad to a poor. But his feet stop, which always got to preface this stuff with got to be careful with the laser pointer. Easier said than done. But like, if he keeps driving those feet, it's probably a poor, not a bad.
Every NFL lineman has times where they don't move their feet, and it drives me nuts. So it's literally what you're taught as an offensive lineman. Like, don't stop your feet. Your feet are your power.
Okay, so we said fine on that last one.
Yeah, that last one was fine.
See, this looks like a pass play. This is a pass play. Hey.
Oh, God. I fucking hate that first step, though, because it's so lateral. Like, I don't know what he's to me, this feels like Amegadjie just doesn't read the freaking scouting report on a guy like Greenard. He's a speed rusher. He's coming upfield. Why in the hell are you taking a near lateral set to then just have to retreat and become vertical anyway? take a bigger vertical step. And if he comes inside, it's a lot easier to recover inside, especially when you know you've got chaos there with Tev and with 91, than it is to try and recover here. And thank God for Travis Homer being Travis Homer.
So does it ever? Do you think it ever enters his mind that I have Travis Homer outside and I want to lend a hand to Tev here because I know he's been struggling on his edges?
No.
Because
if that was the case, Amegadjie's eyes right there would not be staring at 58 if he was worried about that.
Do you think they are a little right here, though? It almost feels to me like he's trying to double it.
I don't know. I think, I just think that's bad process, though.
Okay.
Tev's a big boy. Tev's been in the league for 4 years. Like, if that dude can't block somebody, it ain't your fault, kid.
He's struggling to keep people off his edges this year.
Yeah. And I unfortunately think that's going to cost him a lot of money in free agency.
Me too. So you thinking poor on this? That's kind of where I'm leaning.
Yeah, absolutely. This is poor. And if it wasn't for Travis Homer, this would probably be bad.
Yeah. Man, Ron, you are a tougher grader than me. I would hate to get you on the Ryan Bates tape. Or I'd love to get you on the Ryan Bates tape because I do Ryan Bates a lot of favors, and he is not very graded very well.
Yeah. I hate lazy O-line play. Like, at least if you try and you're just like undersized or something like that, like, you're going to get a lot more props from me than you are as like just not knowing what the fuck you're doing on a football field.
Yeah.
Because at times that's what it feels like with him. Like, he just doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, inside man comes down. That's fine. Tev goes and adjusts. That's great. I mean, Kiran's going to his guy. It's not. I don't know why they're asking Cole Kmet to make that block, but that's neither here nor there.
Because Brian Flores put him in a blender.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the matchup they want. It's the matchup Brian Flores forced him into, right?
Yep, 100%. Because, I mean, assignment-wise, Tev's going to the right guy. He's going to Harrison Smith. That's the last guy in the line of scrimmage. Typically, when it comes to counter, it's always the same process. It's the guard kicks out the last guy on the line of scrimmage, and the tackle pulls up for the first linebacker he sees, for the first color he can attack. That's what happens here. Tev got the last guy in line of scrimmage. It's Harrison Smith. Kiran's pulling through behind Cole Kmet for that linebacker because he sees color. Cole Kmet gets his ass whooped on this play.
Now, let me ask you this.
Should Kiran
sees that? Should he be a little more patient back here to see how this all plays out? Because Cole is washing him out. Like, I mean, not to forgive Cole on that, but like, it is a tough assignment for him. And I feel like Swift runs into the belly of the beast right here.
Yeah, the hard thing to argue though is with counter plays like this, they're supposed to be quick hitters.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be
true. Yeah, it's a power run.
And then
you're
go.
Not reading. The whole point of the power run is get downhill as fast as you can and hit that.
Like, if Cole Kmet can cut him off and then Kiran comes up and hits his linebacker, like, the hole's there. That's just a really, but again,
go down.
This is the thing that I don't understand.
Yeah, it looks like he knocked feet with Tev and it took him down.
Like, this is just the thing I don't understand with the Bears run scheme all year, whether it was Waldron or Thomas Brown. What the fuck is this? Why is your tight end making one of the most important blocks on a play? That's not what he's there for.
So if you, as an offensive lineman, you get up to the line of scrimmage for this play, you're Cole Kmet, you're Darnell Wright. What do you want to happen to adjust for it?
Well, you want, they're like, giving you a look.
Would motioning Cole over here and hoping it pulls hit someone with him, would that help? Like, how are you countering this? Does it need to be a full-on audible? Like, what? I think here, and this comes down to coaching too, right? I think if this look showed up on film before and during the week, what I'm telling here
is I'm telling the guys, I'm saying, look, if you see this, run it as is. I'm fine with Darnell Wright going to the backside backer because on a counter power pull play like this, that's what should happen. I would almost rather Cole Kmet get to Harrison Smith, and then as 91 comes down the line of scrimmage, he finds the freight train that is Tev. Let Tev blow him up, and then let Kiran follow Tev through the hole, because I think you have a better angle for Cole Kmet there. And just a better matchup. Cole Kmet can block Harrison Smith.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet is not going to block many NFL defensive ends. It's just not going to happen. And it's not Cole's fault. It's just not going to happen. Because I think Kiran would get there. I think Tev would get there. Like, Tev blocking Harrison Smith on this play is a waste.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because we've done that check before, where if it's a tight end on the end that we're pulling to, and there's an end and an outside guy, the tight end takes the outside guy. We're pulling for the end. And then they're pulling through on the backside with the tackle for the backer. I've seen that happen before. And to me, that makes more sense.
My only hesitation is how fast can 9-9 get to the handoff, get to the mesh? Can he beat Tev to the point?
No, God, no. No, it's a quick hitter.
Okay.
Especially if Tev knows, hey, this guy's inside. He's probably going to come head of steam if he sees Cole go outside of him.
As long as Tev
just
knows,
get down there.
Yeah.
Just get down there. And you can cut in the tackle box.
Yeah.
All Tev's got to do is get down there and find his outside leg and chop him down. I say that's all he's got to do, but that's what he could do. That's an option. So I think Tev gets there.
Well, and realistically, if he sees right here Cole Kmet go outside and Wright go inside, his line of the football is probably straight line. Tev just needs to make sure he's cutting it off before it gets there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay.
And I'll tell you what, as a former D lineman myself at one point in my life, if you see that, sometimes you get confused.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you know something's coming and you hesitate for a second.
No, you see it with rookie defensive linemen all the time. They're always a step slow, and like they have little hesitation moments because they're like, "What am I missing?
Right?
Am I about to get just cracked on the side and like not able to breathe for the next 5 minutes?" Like,
yep. And that's exactly what would have happened here, because I think Tev gets him with no problem.
And then so Amegadjie does get tripped up here. I'm giving him a little bit of a break. We'll see if final grader Ron agrees. I'll give him a break because of Cole getting so out of position on that because of the matchup to a fine. But if you wanted to go poor, I could support it.
You told me you give punishment to the tripper and the trippee poor.
Yeah. Okay.
It's poor. I think just the process of it too is poor. Again.
So I will say, I think I have a blind spot on this one because the tripper was the tight end, so I can't even it out.
Fair. And I think, you know what? I will come back down to earth a little bit here, and I will agree with you on the fine, because I think the play itself was horseshit.
Yeah.
So I think I'm willing to give
spots. A lot of times when, like, this isn't exactly an instance of this, but there will be times where a play is just like, I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Mm-hmm. And I'll just say, I'm not grading this play. I refuse to grade this play because I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. You can't grade something that doesn't have a defined process
outcome
to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Scott saying they need to audible it from the C gap to the B gap. Essentially, that's what we talked through. Yeah. I think that's what needed to happen there. Oh, baby. Does he get back in time?
Ooh, crazy son of a bitch pulled it off.
I'll give it a fine. I shouldn't even say I don't like. I despise his footwork.
No, you don't like that footwork, right?
Oh God, so bad, dude. Oh, it makes me cringe. But you know what? I give him respect. But there is some kind of miscommunication here. Because I'll tell you right now, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
That's a bad circle.
Because based on
to there, so
yeah.
I mean,
based on where everybody else is sliding, there needs to be a call there between Teven and Amegadjie saying like, hey, you're up. Like, don't even worry about the guy to the outside.
yeah. I mean, this should be simple math. I wonder if he must have thought Shelton was calling this, and that this was the free. But that doesn't make sense because Homer's on this.
Homer's
like,
there
here.
and Tev goes the other way. I think something.
No,
didn't
I'm saying I think
communicated.
Kiran thought that it was slide left.
Oh, maybe, but that's just.
And he just probably doesn't know the running back is behind him.
I mean, he has a good recovery here. As
Yeah.
soon as he sees the bailout, I'll give him a fine. I mean, he does a decent job here. He doesn't control him, but like he gets in the way.
Yeah. I mean, he gets him turned around and gets his hips in front of him, keeps the pocket clean.
Yeah.
Like that's fine by me. If the recovery to me is good, but the outset of the play is poor, so it evens out to a fine.
Agreed.
Run, Keenan, run.
Get your old ass in the end zone.
All right, we got another pass here. Ooh, we got a fun front.
This front's gross.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming.
Good on Travis Homer.
Very nice on Travis Homer.
Can we just watch Travis Homer for the rest of this? Because he's had a good night.
Travis Homer rules. Yeah, I got caught up watching the Blitz and
I
Travis
did too.
Homer. I didn't watch Kiran, so I need to rewind.
I watched-
and actually watch Kiran.
I watched Kiran, but I also appreciated what Travis Homer did here because this is just nice. I also like what Coleman Shelton does. Just retreat, get ground, smell what's coming, take the first level, know that your back is there.
Yeah,
I think this is a fine rep.
I
Him
think
and
so,
Tev
too.
take care of it. He keeps his eyes to the outside in case Greenard comes. He never comes, and then he fully engages with 91.
Yeah, I wish he.
I don't know what the fuck
he-
Tev's doing, but
I wish he prepped to absorb a little better with his lower half here. Like he gets
Yeah.
knocked out of balance, but he recovers from it. So like, that's that anchor. That's that natural anchor that we talk about, right? He just he can do that. He's capable of it.
Kiran Amegadjie being from the Chicagoland area is like the best thing for him because he can live in the weight room with the coaches this offseason.
Ooh, I don't like that.
No, at the end.
I don't like that at all.
No,
And I mean, it's like, yeah, sure, this is probably on the quarterback at this point, but you're playing patty cake with him right here. Like, hit him. He lost his what's the word they use in Madden? Awareness. He lost his play awareness there that the quarterback might still have the football and I should play to the whistle.
Yeah. I would give it a poor then because
Yeah,
of the
that
end.
knocks it down to poor for me.
Everything else was fine.
Those are the ones that hurt the most when you're like, because I'm always rooting for guys when I watch these. It's like I see a good rep and I'm like, yeah, okay, like yeah, I can get behind that. And then that happens. It's like, God, I hate you. I don't hate you, but like it's like in the moment, I'm just like, come on,
Damn
man.
you. Yeah,
I wanted to say something good about you there.
I wanted to say something nice.
Ooh,
Oh, yikes.
that's not. And I mean, his first game against Washington when he got called on,
far better.
far better, but his run reps were awful. I don't think we walked through as many of his run reps as his pass reps.
Yeah, that's fair. But
Yeah,
yikes.
his pass reps were a lot cleaner than his run reps, and that's kind of been the case so far with these two.
Why is Rome Adunze pulling through the hole to hit a safety? I hate the fucking run offense so much. Oh, it's so annoying. And I don't want to watch Kiran get blown up again because this was bad.
This is about as bad as
This is definitively bad. Like, I can't say this is
backside.
This is
At
bad.
least it's backside. If this was front side, someone might die.
Yeah, but the fact it's backside and his guy makes the play,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Or pretty close to it. I mean, yeah, he gets bailed out because it's backside, but like that's just bad.
Yeah.
Flat out bad. Bad process.
All right, let's see if we find a winner here.
Let
We
me
need a
work with
win.
Kiran Amegadjie for an offseason on his footwork.
Oh, that's
boy.
not a
Oh
win.
boy.
That's
Nope. That's not good, Bob.
He anchored back down though.
Yeah, but he got
With an assist from Coleman Shelton's ass.
is it Coleman's or Tev's?
Or Tev's. Okay, Teven
Yeah.
Jenkins' ass.
Tev's booty. Yeah, he gets weeble wobbled though.
This is gonna sound so bizarre, but when I'm watching draft tape, the fact that a guy can physically be in this position and end upright is a plus for me when I'm watching draft tape. I'm like, that guy's got some wild flexibility.
Yeah, flexibility and balance, definitely. I will say this, Q, if you run that back ever so slowly to where Kiran's got the one leg up in the air. I've got a comedic comment that I want to share. Right about there. This looks like William Perry doing the Super Bowl shuffle.
Yeah, it does.
Same number and everything.
It also looks like my dog peeing on a bush, but
yeah, that too. Doesn't look like my dog peeing on a bush because he doesn't know how to pee on a bush. He tries to and then he falls.
So
really funny.
That's got to be poor process wise.
Poor
result wise is fine, but
process
we don't grade results.
Poor.
This might be the most pours I've given out on one player through this many plays.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you got a raw rookie tackle.
Oh, so this one, for some reason, NFL Plus did this to me when I was recording it. So that is not real time. They did not teleport.
Left foot, let's stomp. I mean,
Tev did all the work there.
Yeah, but he finishes them.
He does, but I don't know. He doesn't even have a.
Oh no, he doesn't really even.
Yeah, I think Tev's holding the shit out of him, but
I think Tev drags him down is really what happens.
And then
I don't know. Fine.
Where were they working up to? So they were working up to long hair guy, I think. Or
yeah, I think.
Were they working to find? Okay.
Is that Martellus backside for 44, right?
Yeah.
I think that's who they're working to, but he just gets boomed off.
He doesn't know where he's going.
Oh, he doesn't even know where he's at either. He's like, I heard there's tacos across the street.
And in fairness, he didn't find out he was playing until Friday.
Yeah, well. Yeah, whatever happened to Braxton? He wasn't even on the injury report, was he?
The Bears have no idea what they're doing with concussions, apparently.
Yeah.
He was in the facility all week. We had no idea he had a concussion. Like, what the fuck is that? But poor here.
Yeah. Poor. So does that mean Amegadjie's probably going to start again on Sunday?
I have no idea. Honestly, I kind of hope so, just because I want to see the week-to-week growth.
We're going to see week-to-week Caleb die, too.
Maybe. It's possible.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. Gets into him.
Let's get a win. Let's get a win, Kiran.
Gets walked back.
I want to see that again. How far did he get walked?
He got walked a couple of yards.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it's Stockholm syndrome from Braxton, but I see that, and then I see him set and anchor, and I'm like, okay, I can work that. You can work with that.
Yeah. I'd give him a fine.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to go over fine on that. It's passable. You passed.
It's fine. Yeah. You did what you were asked to do on the play, and Caleb didn't die. Instead, Cole Kmet made a nice play.
Instead, Cole Kmet almost killed someone.
Like Sonny said on the live stream. Oh yeah, I forgot that guy was part of the Bears.
Ooh, jazz hands.
Oh,
love jazz hands.
Ha. They must be taught that shit. God,
I'm telling you that is a Chris Morgan staple. I am convinced. He's like, they will never see this coming.
I hate it so much because it always looks so just awful.
I know. Well, and look at the edge. Like maybe his assignment is to drop out, but the edge just he's like, up, yep, jazz hands. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Immediately looking for whatever's about to happen. Yeah, and he's there. I mean, I bet you that's a tell.
It has to be. It has
It's
to
like,
be.
hey,
I don't
these tackles are
understand.
taught to throw their hands like they have jazz hands. As soon as you see that shit, look for the screen.
Yeah, it's literally what happens here.
Holy fuck, it's so bad.
I gotta see it one last time.
Jazz. I hate it. I hate it. It's so dumb. God, I hate it so
Then the
much.
guy is literally just looking for the receiver, like, oh yeah, this is a tunnel screen. I know it. Karan gets out there and gets the block on him though. Little finesse from DJ.
He gets enough of them.
Yeah. That's honestly, I'm leaning towards good on that because he goes out and gets him. The guy knows what's happening.
We can give him a good. It's fine.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, that was his best screen rep of the day so far, by far.
Yeah.
It's not his guy that makes the play. It's 61 that makes the play. Who is the backside three? Who Tev doesn't get enough of before getting out. But yeah, we can call it good, even though I hate the jazz hands. The jazz hands alone should be a fine offense. Really slow off the ball. Gets in the hole, though. Got enough of them. Who would have thunk you? That homeboy might be leaning on a good.
Okay.
Might be tough to give him a good because he is technically backside. But
I went back too far.
uno mas. Right here. Slayed off the ball, but gets in the hole. Gets in front of the guy.
That's fine.
I'd say it's a fine. He's backside.
Fine. His form was a lot better on that than some of the previous ones, but like he didn't have to do much. Is where I land with it. Like I have a hard time giving a guy a good when they weren't challenged very much. You know.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. Oh boy.
Bad.
Do you think he got called for a hold?
Might have been a face mask.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Yeah.
I like the ones where we can come to a quick verdict because then we don't have to watch them again.
Yeah.
And greased up deaf guy still does something to make something happen.
Does it all the time.
Greased up deaf guy. I don't know what Gerald Everett's doing on this play. God, this play pissed me off. What is Gerald Everett doing? What are you waving at? Literally, that is the epitome of that soundbite. What are you waving at? What are you doing? Literally, DeAndre Swift runs into your ass and keeps him from getting the first down. Oh my God, it's awful. Anyway, back to the focus of the play. Okay, gets there, gets into him, starts to run him down the line. But then he lets him spin back into him.
Yeah. I go poor on this.
Yeah.
He got worked. He didn't control that rep at all. He got controlled.
Agree. I still want to know what Gerald Everett was doing on that play, though.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Awful.
Here. Pass play.
What are you waving at?
I don't. This is tough territory for me always because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But
Still don't like it.
Ends up
Still don't like
fine.
it.
Like
Yeah.
and if you can consistently push a guy that high over the pocket, I feel pretty good about what you're doing. But like I end up saying this is fine. I don't like the process too much, but like that's where having 36-inch long arms is just it
It's a cheat
changes
code.
what's acceptable.
Yeah, it's a cheat code.
Yeah, so I go fine on that.
Yeah, I'd give it a fine. I don't love the process, but I'll give it a fine. He gets the job done.
Yeah.
As ugly as it might be, he gets the job done. What are you waving at? That play is. Oh, I was almost like, what are you doing? But okay. Explains a lot. I just hate that they have him going for. Like, why isn't he responsible for Greenard on this play? Especially when you know you have that much of a freak athlete going out. Like, that's just bad play concept. Like, I can't even blame this on Amegadjie because it's just bad play concept.
Yeah, I go fine. I mean, I don't like his hesitation there because I think he could have had Harrison Smith dead to rights and instead isn't online to get him. But like, it's all so perspective at that point. Like, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. That's one I chalk up to just bad play design.
What was 5'8" waving at?
What are you waving at?
I think he thought they got a false start somewhere.
Oh, because they did get a false start. I think they're both out of their stance before the ball's out. That's probably what he's like. What the fuck? What are you waving
Ball
at?
moves right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're clean.
What are you waving? What are you waving at? Oh shit. Punch him, kid. It's fine.
Yeah.
But like what I want to see him start doing in the future is right there. Just pulverize him. You have 36-inch arms. Just fucking, you have literal meter sticks for arms.
I like how he gets into him, pulls his momentum to his front, and says, "Okay, you're mine."
Yeah.
But
then he's just not aggressive enough. Like he can be so much more aggressive. Oh, they play a little patty cake there too.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. Oh, there's some stuff. It's like every play with him, it's like there's certain things you're like, I like that, and then there's certain things I'm like, I hate that. And it's just
you see the upside in his developmental aspect, but like it's just not there yet. Like it's not.
No, nor did I think anybody expect it to be.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh yikes. Oh, Van Ginkel. He's about to get Van Ginkeled. That's actually
he has a natural anchor. Like he gets away with stuff.
He does get away with stuff, but I'm you know what I think some of it is, Q. I'm just
like
jealous of the guys that could get away with.
He should be dead to rights right here. Like what is he looking at? Why is he looking at 51? He's 10 yards away. Like
he's like maybe he's gonna come out of blitz.
But he sits down. It's fine.
I'm jealous, Q. I couldn't do that shit when I played. I was too undersized. I everything I did was technique. Like if I was gonna win a rep, it was via technique. I never won reps just via natural like shit like that. I'm just jealous. That's all it is.
Ooh,
jazz hands.
Can't get enough of those jazz hands.
God, I hate it.
Let's see what Van Ginkel does when he sees him. 4-3. Jazz hands.
Go. Yeah. Go.
Whips right around.
He immediately knows. And he makes the play.
He instantly knows
what
the play is. Oh, boy.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands equals screen.
This is fine. They're coached to do that. It's fine.
I fucking hate
they're coached to have a disgusting tell on these screens.
Yeah, they're coached to let the defense know, hey, we're running a tunnel screen just in case you weren't sure.
Oh, God.
Jazz hands.
Chris Morgan. That's got to be a Chris Morgan thing.
It's got to be. You think
he's been around for years?
You think he's finally gone after this year? Because I'm over the Chris Morgan as an offensive line coach nonsense.
Just get Hank Fraley in here.
I don't care who you get in here. Anybody's better. Let me go coach the O-line.
Hank Fraley is Ben Johnson's guy.
Oh, got it. Got it.
All right, so again here, let's see.
Pass him on.
He really hasn't done much yet. He's just mirroring.
Punish the jumpers.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, but
No, he was kind of too far. 51 was too far away from the ball for them to punish a jumper, but
yeah,
it was fine. He didn't really do much, but
yeah.
it's almost again. It's
Sometimes
almost
that's
one
the
I
way
would.
it goes.
It's almost one I would just be like, no grade. Like, you don't get a grade for that play.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't.
Ooh.
The only reason I don't do that is because I have to be consistent with it. So it's
How
like
is this
I
not illegal?
consistently. Oh, it is, but it just doesn't get called.
Oh my God! How is that not illegal? Hands of the face. Jesus Christ! Like the dude's helmet flies off.
I don't see anything to be upset with here. I mean,
No, it's a fine rep.
Yeah.
And he gets his helmet blown off. Oh, this was the one that we joked about in real time that DeAndre Swift died because we saw the helmet rolling
yeah.
on the watch along
I couldn't
on
tell
Monday.
whose helmet it was. It was
Yeah. I couldn't hear. It's like, is DeAndre's head just rolling down the field right now?
Oh, this is just proof of me believing that Coleman Shelton had a snap tell that he fixed. Look at that guy run. The second Shelton's head picks up, he had to tell. He's fixed it. It's made a difference.
Yeah. Because that's the only way you get somebody like that.
Yeah, that badly. Yeah. This is not a gradable play for it.
No, God, no. Absolutely not. It's not gradable at all. We love free plays, though.
Yeah.
Especially when they end up like that. When you can decline the penalty for a free play, it's always good. Van Ginkel.
Poor. But hey, he gets out there.
And then
Length
gets bad.
Changes it.
Yeah, it does. I would teeter between a poor and a fine here because I think the process of it and him losing his feet at the end, I don't love. But like you said, man, that length, for him, it makes such a difference. That's the crazy thing about him. I know it's a lot of what ifs, and I know people are like, well, you need something that's a sure thing because, we're football fans. But like, if the Bears could properly develop him, he's got everything it takes from just a natural instinct standpoint to be a really good offensive lineman. He just needs to understand more of the cerebral aspect because that's something you don't get playing at Yale. Right? Is the cerebral aspect.
I think the way he's setting is like, I can make up for anything because I have 36-inch arms. I'm the best athlete on the field.
Now just think
when it's not the case anymore. But like, if he starts to play like that's not the case, it's like if you start to get that ingrained in your head with reps, like it takes time, but there's a lot there to work with. I'm giving him fine on this, even though the process sucks.
He's got what it takes, man. If he can develop the feet, and feet is you can teach footwork. Like you can absolutely teach footwork. If he gets his footwork better, man, he's going to be a freaking just animal. And if he gets a little stronger. I kind of like this play.
I'm thinking this is fine to me. I don't like his punch.
No, because he's too far outside.
Yeah. Both hands on the defender's back is not how you block someone.
Nope. But you know what he is doing? You know why he's the only, that's not true. He's not the only smart guy in the line. One of the only smart guys in the line, white gloves.
Because he defines a run lane. Oh, white gloves.
Okay. White gloves. Can't see it on an all white uniform if you got white gloves on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but like it's a good fine. Like that's a high end fine. Like
I'll give him
got in the way
for defining the run lane.
Yeah,
he needs a win.
Because we've ripped the poor kid apart. I mean, it's not a bad play. Like that's what you want him to do in that situation. And I think he controlled Greener. Like if that's what we're going by, he controlled Greener
at the end of the rep. Yeah.
Now, speaking of control. He might.
Okay, this is flat out. This might be dominant.
It might be. Does he finish him? Does he? Hold on. Does he tabletop him though? He's got to tabletop him. Does he tabletop him? Yeah, he does at the end.
We got a dominant rep, ladies and gentlemen.
He tabletopped him at the end. Always got to tabletop a guy when you can tabletop a guy. We used to tabletop each other in practice when I was in college, like just for fun. You would have somebody run up behind somebody and like get in the tabletop stance, like on the ground, and somebody would walk up to him and push him. And just poof. Yeah, tabletop. You got to tabletop him. Fire out, fire out. I don't like where your head's at, but
Just asking for a broken neck, but
right, that's what I mean. But he gets the job done.
Yeah, I'll give him fine on that.
Is this the play that Doug Kramer doesn't report?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fine rep. I agree. So you do how many times do you watch each game? 3?
5. 1 for each position.
Oh, so you just for each guy you only watch it once.
Yes. I can't watch multiple guys at once. It's I don't
No.
anyone
Oh, understood.
truly can.
I thought you would like watch them once and then go read through and watch them again. Like that same player.
Oh no, I need to
That's
do one player through the whole game. I can't
Yeah.
do what like it's just too much to track on a piece of paper if you're doing all 5 per play.
No, I respect that and totally agree. I think that's the way to do it. Oh, this isn't great.
No,
That's poor.
I think so too. He seems very worried about that inside.
He does, and I don't know why. Yeet.
All right, poor moving along.
Keeping it moving.
Swift just keeps getting to that 1 yard line.
Sheldon's killing his grades.
Oof.
Needs to add some Olin nasty. Agreed, Scott. Holding called? No, yeah, on that one there was no hold, but there definitely could have been one.
This is poor borderline.
I think we have unfortunately disconnected from our friends on XQ. I don't know if we've just been on too long or what happened.
Oh yeah, I think there's a timing thing where it gets cut off.
Yeah, oh, that's okay. No, it still shows as live on here.
Okay.
Oh no, it might be replaying now. Yeah, it is. It cut off on X. That's okay. We're still on YouTube, everybody.
Thanks a lot, Elon.
Oh, it's back. Now it's showing that it's back. I don't know.
So on this, I'm going bad.
I'm fine with that. Because he's got to get called for a hold, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great, Bob.
And it feels out of control.
Yes.
You know, like he's completely out of control, just running and like his effort's all there, but like it's just is not a controlled manner.
Oh no. That's a bad punch, Papa.
Yeah, that's bad as bad gets.
Unquestionably bad. God, he had him too. That was probably one of his best dropback sets that he had the whole game too. Just for him to fuck it up with the punch.
Yeah.
Damn it. Like you said, I'm like, I want him to have good reps because I want like something to be excited about. But
well, especially because like I watched Jake Kern and it's just like it's just not there. Like it's not there. Like he just doesn't have what he needs to succeed. With this, it's like I see it, you know, and it's like I want it to all come together for him.
Yeah, you can see the potential there. Like you can see what they're working with.
This is definitely good.
I would give that a good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're beyond 5 seconds and he still absolutely has control of Dallas Turner. And that's Dallas Turner. Like that's not
long arms against long arms. Like,
yeah, that's not homeboy. That's third, fourth string on the depth chart. Like that's Dallas Turner. That's your second first round pick from this year's draft. It was a good pass off by Tev.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I'm going back for. I want to see how he got in that position again.
Yeah, Tev passed him off, and then I think Greenard just bails. I think Greenard bails with Homer. Greenard comes inside. Yeah, and then Tev takes him.
Yeah, that's a good. If he took Turner off the edge and ended up in this position, it would be dominant for me. But like with the pass off, that takes away some of his momentum, takes him off kilter. It ends up just being good for me.
Still a good rep, though. We like good reps.
Yeah. Hey, love good reps.
It's a good rep. Good job, Papa.
If Keenan doesn't go for that ball, it might be a Rome touchdown.
Yeah.
But O-line show.
O-line show. Bury him.
I think that's fine. I don't love his position off the initial snap, but
he gets in the way. It's fine.
Does his job plus a little. I mean, oh no. I'll give him
He just keeps
4.
He keeps missing Greenard with his punches. Like he's those last two kick steps. Like he's not in a horrible position. It's not pretty by any means.
I like his position right here. I'm like that's why I was like oh, and then he missed.
And then he misses with the punch because he's predictable.
Yeah, just 2-hand punch. Like I'd like to see him just smack that outside shoulder and push him back inside, and then you got him in a phone booth. Like you can grapple him.
And honestly, even if he's able to get more of him once he punches, and then you see him try to come and hit the shoulder and run him, and he misses on that too. So it's like you almost wish even if he connects, I think on that second punch, and you see it here as he brings the hand, like he goes, misses on the first punch. You see him come with the second, and then he misses too. I think if he connects on that second one, it's probably fine because he probably runs him by, and it doesn't even get that close. I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, he took him wherever you wanted him right there. It's on a combo, so I can't. It's hard for me to go over a good on combos, like unless you just blow a guy out of the water or something. But like that's good to me. That's good to me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. That gets a plus.
You sir get a gold star.
You get a gold sticky star.
Ugh, bad.
Very bad.
I don't know what happened there. That was
because I'll tell you what, he brings the hands and he like starts to get him in position, but he just doesn't bring like a punch. He just brings the hands and then just gets walked. Because Greenard gets into his chest.
Yeah, he's off his center of gravity is off. He can't get into his anchor right there. He tries to. In this step, he tries to get to his anchor, but it's just he's off balance.
Yeah. Greased up deaf guy still gets rid of the football. I just hope
deaf guys just out here doing things.
I just hope and pray that the Bears don't fuck Caleb up.
That's fine. I don't love the control that he has here. I don't love that he's kind of getting handled, but like nothing's happening because of it.
Nope, it gets in the way.
Yeah,
it's fine. How we doing on the tape so far?
We have 1 minute 50 seconds of tape left out of 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Getting there.
We're humming along.
This is fine to me. I think his guy's just containing.
Yeah, let's go over him at the end, though. I'd give it a fine. I mean, agreed. I think on this play, these guys are largely containing. Because that's something that we saw a lot from the Vikings. Like, they would have, like, the ends contain and then, like, the tackle and the linebackers would play games.
Right here, like, so you want him to kind of swivel back in. I think he goes outside because he sees guys at his feet or hears guys going down. But Like see him swivel back in instead of just letting him go. Because I mean, his only other option is holding him, right?
Yeah, I would just like to see a little bit more. I guess
Found the finish, a little throw, little punch,
just a little more effort. Oh, that's such a good ball. I know people are afraid that Caleb's going to get fucked up, but like he makes shit like that, and then you're just like, yeah, he's going to be fine, as long as the Bears don't consciously fuck him up.
Yeah,
like I'm convinced that I don't think like Jay Cutler or maybe Jay Cutler is, but like I don't think Fields is making that throw.
I know you and Sonny said on the broadcast this is definitely a catch. I don't think this was a catch. You can't really see it here. Right there, he double catches it. There's no hand on the football.
Yeah, he kind of double.
There's only
he kind
1
of
foot on the ground.
He kind of double catches it, but he almost like brings it into his body. So I think that's why they let it go.
But he only might have 1 foot on the ground at that point, though. Okay. I was very happy that they ran a play quickly.
Yeah, that was good. That was good sense of urgency by the Bears.
Even though I don't think anyone did their job on this play. But...
Nope. Poor.
Yep. But I think that's what happens when you say just run a fucking play.
Yeah, just get up and run something. We'll come back to the drawing board and figure it the fuck out after. Kick. Get there, kid.
Set. Okay. Stay.
I'd give him a fine. He had him dead to rights too. Like when he starts to learn how to finish guys too. Because that's actually that's nice right there. And then he sets and settles. Like you said, he's got that natural anchor that like Braxton doesn't.
So initial drop point was right here for Caleb. We're at 2.63 seconds.
Yeah, and he's like in his face.
I'm on fine to borderline poor because he ended up that like his ass is in Caleb's initial drop point right now.
Yeah,
that's within 3 seconds. So I mean, I'll give him fine here, but it's on the border of poor. If my grades expanded out to the PFF level of like having 4 positive and 4 negative, this would be the lowest negative for me.
Oh, like the closest to 0. Yeah. It teeters on. It definitely teeters on poor. Fine to poor. I agree. That's a good place to put that. Poor. Maybe even bad. Honestly.
Let's see it again.
He just gets washed. Got him. Boom. Get washed there. Get thrown off. And then end up somehow.
I like that he cheated, though. I like that he said, fuck you, I'm going to hold on as long as I can. Like, look at the guy he had. It's cheating, but I'm for it.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, this is poor in my mind.
Oh, they had Rome down the seam.
I see this as poor. Like, he's definite. It's like, I see this one as effort keeping it out of bad territory, even though the form is all shit.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Scott says he's going to blame every injury on the O-line to Shelton. Every pass play, he is lying on the ground.
Scott, he got wrecked a handful of times in this game. Flat out. I thought of you every time I saw it, too.
Scott's going to like this one.
But you got to check out Caleb's, like, online Madden move.
Oh, I know. I saw this, yeah.
Just, like, the jump. I'm just fucking with you. Like,
go away.
I've always seen that happen in Madden. Like,
yeah, that's 100% a Madden move. I will say, though, this play, if Caleb has a half a second longer for Rome to clear the window of Martellus, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Hell, if that's Rome instead of Keenan, this might be a touchdown.
Oh, I'm not even saying at this point in the play.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Way back before. Yeah. Rome was coming open down the seam, and then the pressure starts coming down Caleb's throat.
Okay, good anticipation there. I like it. I like the initial punch. Mirror.
Good. It's fine.
Yeah, that's a fine.
Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Oh boy.
That's poor.
Yeah.
He ends up in his lap too quickly. I mean, if that was Braxton, it's a poor, so.
It's poor. I agree. Kick step. That's like,
I give him good there. That ability to just anchor on the spot
I like the
and anticipate.
the stunt pass off here between him and Jenkins
Yeah.
too. Like that's just nice work.
He anticipated it and then anchored down. That's a good to me.
Yeah, I'd give him a good here. What I like too, for going back to process, I will say this. I think I realize now why some of his past sets look so goofy, because they're just telling them to get depth because the Vikings do so much weird shit.
Okay.
Not that it's totally excusable all the time, but like in that instance where he's kind of retreating vertically backwards, it's because he's sifting out what he's seeing in front of him. And they picked it up beautifully. Like I agree. That's a good rep. Don't love that Caleb gets killed, but
yeah, well,
because he starts retreat, bang, and then it's almost because I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I was to say this is the rep where Darnell Wright gets wrecked, and he is literally an inch away from putting Dallas Turner in the dirt. Like he swipes Dallas Turner's hands, puts enough force into Dallas Turner's one arm. The Turner is so close to going down, but he just can't get that last inch. Like it is so close to being a good rep, and instead it's a bad rep.
Yeah. But yeah, I like what Kiran does there. I think what he reads with 91 or with Kiran is he reads 91 not coming, like full go. So he almost feels like something's like a stunt's coming, and they pick it up nicely. So that was a good play. I like it. Good play on their side, but yeah, like you said, not great on the other side. Oh, DeAndre. Poor DeAndre Swift just getting fucking annihilated.
That's fine to me.
I guess. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, he's got a hand in his face, so.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, arm length advantage, man. He has the hand first.
That's crazy.
It is wild. Against Dallas Turner, who has extremely long arms himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with a fine there.
This is fine. He's just holding a guy up who's reading contain.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a wild throw.
That is a wild throw. But it worked. Yeah, I agree. That was a fine rep.
Poor.
Yeah.
Bad. I'm going bad on this one. Yeah, it's a bad. You need to mirror better than that. With your feet. Like you can't just stop there. Once you make contact, he stops his feet here and just.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's bad.
Look at you, Q.
Hey, I give plenty of bads. It's just
no, I know. I'm not
hesitate. My initial thought on every rep is to go lighter, and then I watch it again and again, and then I decide how deep I want to go.
No,
it starts binary, and then it grows from binary.
Oh, sure. I know. The there you go. Q is more so to you identifying the stoppage of the feed. This is not good either.
No, but
now,
I think he comes. Ooh,
what's an anchor, and why does our tackle have one?
Oh, this is nice. I mean, not the start, but that flexion right there to get down into it. And I mean, it's just a fine rep, but that is a nice recovery.
That is a nice recovery. Oh, that ball's got to be caught.
Yep.
Oh, that ball's got to be caught.
This might be we're coming up on the last play or two here.
Uh-oh.
Bad.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Bad.
Objectively bad.
Like, just didn't catch his assignment bad.
Yeah.
That's fine to me. I don't love it, but he runs them 5 yards behind the pocket, 6-7 yards behind the pocket. Like, he did his job that's border on good when you're pushing that guy that far.
Yeah, I'm okay with a fine there. Touchdown. Yeah.
This is the last one, the 2-point try. I'll give him fine begrudgingly. I don't love the process, but
agreed. Fine grudgingly is a well stated way to put it.
Yeah, you get away with it. You get away with it on that. Like,
the entire line had jazz hands.
Did they on this one?
I don't know. I think he's safe for the whole game. It does feel like they had jazz hands. Oh, for this play, it does look kind of like it because they do this. They're like
jazz hands.
Oh, funny.
The Chicago Bears motto should be jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Yeah.
Even DJ had some jazz hands on this one.
Oh yeah, he was
his
held.
Gloves.
Oh, he was held. The shit though. Well, the first glove got ripped off by the corner.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. So this ends up with no dominant pass reps, 3 good.
Oh, Scott was saying the jazz hands were on the touchdown pass to Keenan.
I'll go back to that in 1 second. Let's see. Jazz hands. Look like more like swag and surfing right there.
Swag and surf. Swag surf.
That's a nice tight window throw. But let's see. Let's punch these grades in and see what we got. What we come up with here. So we had 0 dominant pass reps. We had 3 good, 17 fine, 8 poor, 5 bad. They're going to be an ugly grade. 1 dominant run rep, 3 good, 14 fine, 8 poor, 3 bad.
Yikes.
So 31. And let's see. Let me double check. Your
average, correct me if I'm wrong, is 60, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, we're confirming with
No, not exactly. I'm just looking at penalties.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is gonna be ugly. Oh.
Yeah, 4 penalties.
Because I'm only going to say 3 because I think we gave him a bad on one of those penalties. The others I probably took out because they were... Actually, I don't know. I wonder how many of those were pre-snap because I might have included some in here. I don't want to double knock him.
Well, he did get called for a hold in one of the ones we watched.
Yeah, let's just call it 2 because I don't want to double up on him. A bunch of penalties, but that ends up at 28.5 grade.
Still not great.
Like, usually I don't grade the ones that are penalties, and I just put them in there because that automates it to a bad.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that is the worst grade of the season from me, right up there with Larry Borum. Ryan Bates' 10 pass block grade. That was a fun
Yikes.
one. Doug Kramer's
5.5.
5.5.
Doug Kramer. Woof.
Jake Curran's
19.6.
this game was Jake Curran was
Ugly.
decidedly worse than Amegadjie, and
Oh,
at
sure.
least in pass pro, like decidedly worse than Amegadjie
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah.
Tev had a really rough one against the Rams. I don't think he played that many snaps though, so that one's probably skewed. But yeah, so rough grade from Kiran, but there's stuff to like in there. Went about as expected, I think.
Yeah.
But Ron, any final thoughts on Amegadjie's game there?
Oh, Q, like you said, you can see the promise. It's just a matter of developing him, and he's probably not there next year, like you and I have talked about before, right? It's you can really only progress one level in each year. So hopefully, him going from a project to a decent backup is a good start for next season, and then maybe in 2026, maybe he is a starter on this offensive line. You can see the things that are there to like. It's just there's a lot of technique and maybe a little bit of aggression and just understanding what he's doing on a football field that needs to come into play. But I mean, there's things to like there. There's things to like. But yeah, this went about as swimmingly or non-swimmingly as I think you and I both thought it would.
Yeah, I was hopeful it would go decently, and actually I'm a little curious. I'm gonna pull up. I wonder what I had him at for the Washington game. So for Kiran, I think I had him graded better than this, but I think his pass pro was better than this in the Washington game. Yeah. Run blocking was on par though. It was the same thing with the run blocking. But the pass
much better
blocking,
pass
I thought he had a much better day in the Washington game than this one.
And I think some of that too is I don't think Washington's DNs are as good as Minnesota's. I don't think they don't have a real Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Green, or Dallas Turner light. But also, he was also seeing more traditional defenses, not a Brian Flores defense too.
Agreed. I think that definitely plays a decent factor in here. But Ron, I think that wraps it for us, unless you got anything else you want to touch on.
Nothing else from me, sir.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, listening, and Ron, why don't we get out of here the only way we know how?
Bear down, baby.
Bear down.